Jesus Christ.
So this is what it looks like on the control panel?
Well, this is how it used to do it on the control panel. So, yes. Alright, Matt, we need you to do a real quick recap of your week again, because we lost the recording where you did it. So, we're going to start again.
Okay, well, real quick recap. We've been watching Cobra Kai, rewatching. We're in the middle of season 2. It's great. I have gotten into like the first third of season 4 of Ghosts. Also been great. Movies, rewatched Blended. You know, it is a movie.
Yep.
And books-wise, I finished reading Heretics of Dune, the 5th Dune book, and I'm 200 pages into Good Omens.
Yeah, it was 50.
And I think, yes. So I think,
I told us this.
what is happening over there?
Sorry. Okay, go ahead. 200 pages into Good Omens. How is it?
It's really, really good so far. I've really been enjoying it. And I think that's my recap.
Okay.
Noise.
Yeah, sorry that you're sicky boy and that we can't figure out this recording stuff. But
That's okay.
we're good. Luke's being extremely loud, opening a bag of Skittles, even though I have an open bag of Skittles sitting right next to him.
Yours and I'm also yours.
I've had that since before my surgery.
That's disgusting.
I ate these when I watched Civil War.
I need to shoot that.
Nice. Oh, that's so long ago.
It's good stuff. I preserve them pretty good. They're very chewy stuff.
You go, because I gotta do Kelly's too.
You better not smack your lips like you're doing right now. Alright. Reading. I finished Wizard in Glass. My least favorite of the Dark Tower series and my least favorite Stephen King so far.
Oh, the entire universe?
Yeah.
Oh, the entire universe that you've ever read?
It's my least favorite Stephen King book that I've read.
That's crazy.
Because it's like, my copy was 600, but it's like an 800-page book of something that I did not really care about. And it's backstory, but it's just backstory I did not care about. I wanted the other backstory. I wanted more of like how he defeated and became like the gunslinger, which they kind of talked about. But like, it was like after that period, and it was just a love story, essentially. Between him and someone else, and then he had some friends, but it took forever. So not bad, but not my vibe. So, then I finished reading The Mysterious Affair at Styles, which was good and interesting. There's a little bit of racism, so yeah, there's that. The ending was good, but it kind of just like ended. Like, he explained it so quickly, and it wasn't like a reveal to end it. He had a reveal in his head, but he didn't like explain it to the audience, so it's kind of like weird, because I think it would have been maybe more effective if like the audience came to that conclusion, but it was something like obscure that helped him figure it out. So either way, it was I read like the first 15 pages of Curtain, which is the last Hercule Poirot novel. But I'm waiting for You Like It Darker from Stephen King to come out on Tuesday. I'm gonna go get it, buy it day of if I can.
Ooh.
TV. Luke and I
didn't
watched.
even know about that one.
Yeah, it's 12 short stories, I think.
Oh, wow,
Well,
cool.
Yeah, but they're like horror, so. Because sometimes he does other stuff, obviously, but yeah. Let's see. Luke and I watched Mr. Meaty, and
Boy.
shout out to Internet Archive.
Yes.
Because we were able to, like, it has all the episodes of it, full length, the entire show on there, and it's incredible. We watched all the shorts that were, like, in the commercial break ones, and then we watched the first one and the second one so far.
Yes.
Very good. Classic. We watched the last episode of season 1 of Cobra Kai, because we're just watching the finales. I'm almost caught up on Abbott. I'm one behind.
Apes.
Yes, I'm on TV. We watched
Apes.
5 episodes of Midnight Mass.
Oh boy.
So only 2 more, and then a couple more episodes of the originals. I think we're like 3 out of 13 with the season, but we only have 23 episodes left of the show, so almost there. I think that's it for TV. Yes, I watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes with Luke yesterday. God, well, all of us went. Luke's just pissing me off. I have to tell you why he was pissing me off later.
Well, what are you talking about?
When we were gonna originally record, and I was pissed off at you because of the mac and cheese.
It was spaghetti at that point.
It was spaghetti. It was just watching you cook. Was just, oh my god.
That tonight.
What else? God, I don't want to watch.
You can have some.
I don't want it. I'm making my own. So all that I've watched since Fast X was like Mungo and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
So
Nice.
yeah, nothing crazy with movies. Short recap. All right, Luke.
Apes. I watched Apes. A lot of Apes. I watched the OG POTA, Planet of the Apes. Then I watched ROT POTA, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And then I watched DOT-POTA, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And then WOT-POTA. That sounds like that chant from baseball where it was like GOODEYE, good eye.
Oh my god.
WOTPOTA. No, I did it wrong. It's War for the Planet of the Apes. Whatever, I watched that movie. Very good. Those are some of my favorite movies, especially Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes. 10 out of 10. Absolutely insane. And then I watched KOT-POTA in the theater. Pretty good movie. And, yes. That's kind of it.
You read?
I read more of The Witch Elm by Tana French. Very good. Very, very good.
And check your letterbox. I think it was just those movies this week, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Mm-hmm. And like Mungo with me.
But I watched Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes all in one night, and I cried so much at War for the Planet of the Apes. It was actually crazy. It was bad. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And everything I watched with Mark, Mr. Media and whatnot. Okay, now for Kelly's.
I played some of Last of Us Part 2.
And how was it?
I got past that part. It's like 3 hours in. 2.5 to 3 hours in.
Okay, this is Kelly's now. We're delayed a little, but she wanted me to say it in her own voice, and she was not, what's the word, happy with how I did it last time in her own voice. So this is a full text that she got. You call that my voice, Luke? I want to hear the passion in your voice. I want it to sound like my spectral spirit is speaking to me through my headphones. I want you to say every questionable word with gusto. I want you to throw the word gay around when it is most irrelevant and unnecessary. Put my soul into it, bitch. Shows. Cars on the road. Actually fucks tremendously, I don't know. Movies.
I haven't even heard of that.
Phantom Menace. Literally so confused. Feels a bit offensive. Kind of fucking with it, though. May only be because I saw it in a drive-in theater. Brag. Maybe my favorite child performance of all time. I don't know if it's fucked up to say Qui-Gon... but Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi were lovers.
Did he train him?
Probably. It's probably like it is with Anakin, where it's like...
Did he train him since he was like...
a young one?
I don't think she knows that.
Yeah.
The actors
I remember when Kelly had logged her initial review, she said I don't know if I understand the politics of the Star Wars universe, but they've definitely explored each other's bodies. And I was like, oh no, so you get it.
Yeah, she gets it.
You get the politics.
That's all it is.
Cars. Fucking this is a masterpiece.
Oh, yeah. Cars, dude.
Candyman 2021. Turns out I have trypophobia.
What's trypophobia?
Probably fear of bees.
Oh no.
Is it?
No, it's
Fear of holes.
Fear of like holes and things. Yeah.
Like honeycomb.
So like
honeycomb.
beehives and stuff.
Luke just bought
Yeah.
honeycomb.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Most of robots Rodney Copperbottom hot. Rodney Copperbottom, is that the main character?
We gotta rewatch some robots. That's
Yep.
Good call.
A little bit of Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Milo Thatch hot. Milo?
Milo? Yeah, that's the main character.
Yes, Milo.
Good. Keep going. I'm just turning that down a little bit.
A little bit of Treasure Planet.
Sorry.
Main character is a child. I have nothing to say here.
What?
Some of Strange World. Jake Gyllenhaal animated DILF.
Oh, is that the Strange World? And then, like, it got awful reviews.
I have
Oh,
Yes.
wait, I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Nah, I know what I'm talking about.
Some of Big Hero 6. Dead One Hot.
What?
The dead brother.
She's right. Yeah.
Some of Fury.
Fury.
I'm gonna get in trouble for what I have to say about this one, so I'm just not gonna not.
Nice.
I don't know what that means.
5.7. Disney's Strange World.
Hmm.
Trailers were confusing. It just kept showing, like, stuff happening around them.
Interesting. A bit of Godzilla 2014.
Oh.
Bryan Cranston? Bryan Cranston in a wig?
Is he?
Is he? Some of Meg 2 The Trench. God awful, Mark would probably enjoy it. And that is it.
I watched one half of the Meg one, because I
Nice.
wanted to like it. We gotta hold it. But just hand it to me next time. I watched one half of the Meg one, and I was wanting it to be like awful stupid. It was just awful, so I stopped watching it. Then I wanted to watch The Trench because the trailer for it looked like it was fun, good times, and that they didn't care. From the ratings, it did not look like that was the case. I'd rather watch Sharknado.
I agree.
Those deserve a rewatch.
May I
All 5 of them.
interject
One
I've
night.
only seen
two things?
3? No, 2.
Oh, go ahead, Matt.
First off, I forgot to mention we watched like 2/3 of Tarzan.
Nice.
And talk about a movie fucking tremendously. Like, that movie is awesome. Also, I had wanted to let Kelly know for whenever she hears this that I thought it was hilarious that she's on this like potentially like life altering journey, and the movies I'm seeing her log are The Phantom Menace and Cars, which is pretty funny.
That's good stuff.
Did you guys know that Brian Cox is in Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Yes, obviously. He's the guy
Oh,
who
that's
owns the
right.
place.
I forgot.
I did not know that.
I say obviously. It's just because I watched it like a month ago. It's a good movie. Yeah, I like Kelly's logging choices.
Speaking of good movies.
Ooh, Lake Mungo?
Like Mungo.
Like Mungo.
Luke, you say your stuff first. And Luke, I swear to God, you better just put the Skittles on the desk and stop crinkling.
They fell out.
They fell out?
One
Oh,
did.
also, Luke, you should probably give a rundown of what the plot of this movie is.
Lake Mungo. A mockumentary, as they call it. A
Not
fake
really
documentary.
Not really mockumentary. Shut up.
A fake documentary. What, a fuckumentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fuckumentary.
So you're saying fuck you memory.
Centered on Alice Palmer died.
What's it? You're pissing me off. I don't like you saying next to you for this.
Okay, so back to serious. It's a documentary about a teenage girl died. Stop laughing. Teenage girl drowned in a lake, and the documentary is about.
My abdomen hurt. I told you did this yesterday.
the ghostly. Okay, so that's it.
If I hurt my stitches, I'm making you pay for my second surgery. Go God, that's it.
I'm in literal tears on the floor.
Fucking
What-
pissing me off, Matt. You should have tasted this yesterday when you saw us, but my God, I've been pissed off at him every single day since he did it.
Okay. In all seriousness, don't laugh. Documentary, Alice Palmer died in a lake. The documentary is about the ghostly events and occurrences that happened afterwards. And it's a very creative indie movie from Australia, written and directed by Joel Anderson. And it's really good. Very, very good.
Keep going.
I watched this because of Mike Flanagan on Letterboxd, of course. He said this is one of his favorite movies and it inspired a lot of his work. And I love his work. He is my best friend, as you know. And so I watched this and it was so good. I really liked it. The way it's very much like Haunting of Hill House, the way it portrays grief, and that's the horror of it, and like the hidden figures in the background, but it has meaning behind like why you couldn't see her in that picture before. You were directed at something else because she's fading away in the background. You know?
I just like that we're talking like high level, like how you felt about the movie, and you're already like going into like the hidden pictures.
Okay, here's Mark Thrasher.
This was a good movie.
Matt, you go.
Is that it?
Yep.
I really enjoyed this movie. Yes, it's so bent neck lady coded. It's insane.
Yes. The bent neck lady happens.
Alice
Yes,
is-
basically.
Also,
Nell is Alice.
Yes.
Alice. Yes, I was wondering. It really seemed to. I was like Palmer. I wonder if that's a Laura Palmer reference.
For sure. And the fact
Right?
that she
It's
had like
gotta be.
secrets
It's
and
gotta
whatnot. Yeah.
No, that's Alison De Laurentiis.
Oh, so it's Allison De Laurentiis.
Duh.
Laura Palmer.
Yeah.
Okay. Allison De Laura Palmer.
Um,
De Laura Palmer. Like De
Oh
Laurentiis.
my God.
this movie was really good, but also made me feel sad.
Yes.
We'll get to the more like we'll get into the little details, but like yeah, it's one of those movies where it's like I could understand people like not fully like getting it or understanding it the first time around. I feel like we are attuned to this kind of stuff because of watching Mike Flanagan's work, so we're like,
yes.
okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, I very much enjoyed it.
Sorry, Mark just showed me the inside of his stomach.
Not accurate.
Ew,
It
what?
was one of my like scar scab things.
Ew.
I really liked this movie, and I really like the way they did the horror in this, like Mark was saying, after the movie, where, of course, it's like Mike Flanagan, where they're just talking and having monologues. But what really scared me the second time around and the first time around was the dad's monologue about when he saw Alice in his room, like, dripping wet, and she didn't pay attention, and then she saw him. But him just talking about it scared me so bad. And when I first watched it, especially when you see Bent Neck Lady, when she sees herself drowned, it scared me so bad. Woo-wee. Okay, Matt. Did you see the neighbor in the picture?
No. So when they zoomed in, I was like, what the hell? Like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah, I saw that the first time, and it scared me so bad that they didn't point it out. I was like, what? I was so scared. And then did you see the happy birthday one?
What? What are we talking about?
The happy birthday, when they're saying happy birthday to the sun, and then it like, and then the camera shifts, and you see her standing in the hallway.
Wait,
I feel like I probably did.
did you go through the credits?
Oh. I didn't.
Come on,
I
son.
thought that was just the end. Okay, so I have to go watch the credits after
Because that's where it
this.
says everything.
I didn't
like,
know that.
The picture in the backyard too. That's like the important one. Well, I guess no, that's the end of the movie. That's
Oh,
what they
I
showed
saw.
at the end of the
No,
credits.
I saw the picture in the backyard, which was the scariest shot. It was the saddest shot to me.
Yes.
Because it was basically them being like, I think that she's ready for us to move on.
Yes.
And it's like, no, she's still there.
It's like they couldn't
know,
even
like,
see me.
Yeah, there's a happy birthday.
Oh,
one that I was
God.
saying, too.
Yes. Ooh.
I
like,
did not know
super
about
dark.
that.
It was super dark, and then like when the candles were only lighting it, but there was a ghost in the background, or it was Alice in the background. all the
Yes.
Ooh.
And I saw that the first time, and I didn't point it out, and it was crazy.
time. The only one I noticed was that I did not notice the picture, which was crazy
Yeah.
at the end, because the whole thing about the brother fabricating everything, and he like fabricated this picture and also didn't notice that she was also there.
Yes.
And I did not see her either. That was crazy.
I really like the attention to detail because in the one he faked, it looked faked. You know, it was
Yeah.
like very like clearly like it was such an obvious person. Whereas the one like in the backyard in the window, it's like you have to like really look hard and you're like, oh geez, what is that?
Oh, and then the psychic like experience between the mother and Alice through the end. Oh, like the fact that they couldn't see each other because she was dead and they were moving out. What?
I was trying to like Katie wasn't really she was there but not really watching it, so I was trying to explain things where I'm like, well, you see like her ghost is kind of moving through time. And I was like, this is hard to explain. But it's very good.
Yeah, she Bedneck Lady.
She Betneck ladied it.
Genetic lady.
Also, like old like found photographs and stuff like that scared me so bad that this was the perfect horror movie
yeah.
to scare
Have
me.
you watched
Hidden things
Sinister?
in the background. Yes, I have.
Did you like Sinister?
I did.
Oh,
And scary. That scared me the most as a kid when you would watch it and I would walk
I only
past.
watched it once.
I personally didn't watch it with you because
Ah.
it was I hated. Oh, I like it
No.
because
Yeah.
it scared me so much. But like the finding home videos. Oh man,
I need to rewatch that. How about Sinister 2? You seen Sinister 2?
no.
I haven't either.
Sinister. Go just to talk about Sinister. Hold on.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Like it's like
I need to rewatch.
like I think I didn't like the ending or something.
Yeah, me too.
But it's like mostly just
Ye-
character development the entire time.
yeah. You know what? My thoughts on Sinister. Katie and I rewatched Sinister, I don't know, like a year ago. I think it still holds up pretty well. There are some
Yeah.
things that are like very mid 2010s where you're like, okay, eh. But like for the most part, it is like a very unsettling and very creepy atmosphere.
Agreed.
And I just like Ethan Hawke.
Oh, I gotta tell you guys something funny. I was talking to someone this week. Get that away from me. I was talking to someone this week, and I was talking about a hot rod. I was telling him that there was like a group of people, and I was telling him that Hot Rod was one of my favorite movies.
I heard you talk about it.
But I was talking about how I don't really like the mid 2010s comedy movies because like they don't hold up by today's standards. And then someone else went and said his favorite movie was Superbad.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what?
Hey.
I'm gonna defend Superbad
We got rewatched.
because
For the
Katie and I
podcast.
rewatched that. Yeah. So there are gonna be things in Superbad that don't hold up great, but there's actually more that does hold up than you would think
Okay.
if you get past some of like the really raunchy stuff. Like I will say, Michael Cera's character in that,
Yeah.
I absolutely love.
I
It's
don't
just
even-
like a pitch perfect performance.
I don't even hate Superbad in particular. It's
Yeah.
the fact that Superbad
Yeah.
started this chain of like getting raunchier and raunchier, and it like started
Yeah.
that trend that I hate, and so I just thought it was hilarious that that was like
Yeah.
his favorite movie.
That's funny.
But do you remember when Bill Hader said, "Oh yeah, you know Yoda from Attack of the Clones"?
That's
I still
good.
say that.
Yeah.
Well, that's just Bill Hader. That's just so funny. Ooh, they should do a 25th anniversary, so in like 2 years for Attack of the Clones. We should see that one,
You
but
know
not
they
Phantom
will.
Menace.
Yeah, we would.
They're still doing the Phantom Menace ones. We could still see that, Luke. I don't know if I want to go with you, but Luke, I told you to stop crinkling it.
They can't hear this.
Matt, can you hear the crinkling coming through?
Oh, a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A little bit. It sounds like the loudest thing on earth.
Let's see. I was looking at some Showtime.
Okay.
Anyway, this movie's very good. I'm
So,
glad you
you
guys
know what's-
liked it, and I wanted to just have you guys watch it.
Yeah. So you
I
You're not
wanted
saying anything
to
in this
say-
podcast.
I will. Go ahead.
I wanted to say something about the director. One, it's weird. Like he hasn't really directed anything since.
No, yeah.
Anything high profile, which is odd. But I just noticed that like he didn't have any credits really on IMDb, or not a lot, for like 15 years. He was an executive producer on Late Night with the Devil. Isn't that weird?
What?
Matt.
That's pretty cool.
Matt. That's you made me
My
lose
phone.
it.
I recognized that name. That's why I recognized it. I think in the credits, Joel Anderson. Late
Oh,
Night with the
okay.
Devil.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. What?
It's pretty. Yeah, it's
Found
pretty
footage.
cool. You
It's
know
a
what?
found footage.
I feel like every time Katie and I were saying this, like every time there's a horror movie from Australia, it's like absolutely up my alley.
You gotta
Something
watch
about the
Talk to Me.
Australians, they know how to get to me.
Oh,
Yes,
I do need
yes.
to watch Talk to Me. That's one of the ones
That's
I
worth
was
it.
meant to watch. I was meant to watch that.
Has
on my
Kelly seen
cover
that
week.
one either?
Wait, has Kelly seen that? No, she has not seen that.
Interesting. That might have to go on a list of potential picks.
There's a hand.
That's all I know. They touch the hand and then they get all like possessed or something. Cursed.
Yeah, you've seen the movie.
Yeah, I don't need to watch it. What other Australian horror movies?
The
are
Babadook.
there?
That's a good movie. It's
I
a good
watched
movie.
it because I heard those screaming kids.
Yeah, it's all streaming.
You heard me in the grocery store today.
Yeah,
That
he
little
beat
girl-
a child. It was not good.
Why do you say that?
He drop kicked the child.
Okay, that's funnier. No,
Mark,
the kid
Mark.
cried like twice. It literally just like two wails, and immediately I was like, no, get the fuck away from me. What?
Mark, does it entice you anymore? The Babadook, I'm pretty sure because Katie and I also rewatched that recently. I'm pretty sure the kid has some form of autism, and like a lot of the movie is about like how it's like he's kind of mistreated, especially by like his mom, because of it. It's like there's a lot of layers to it, so it's
I've
not.
never seen the movie, so I only heard that there's a screaming kid, and I was like, I'm out.
Well, it's also a metaphor.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
the
if you
asshole.
watch it, you'd be able to tell. Yeah,
I didn't know this. Thank you for telling
But,
me.
yeah,
I'll
it's
shut up about the Babadook now.
you're welcome.
I need to watch it. I do. That is one that I need to watch. I need to put that on my watch. I've been adding movies to my watch list recently, which I did not use before.
I just use a list that I just say movies to watch, and there's like 600 of them on there, and then I never watch them.
I think Kelly's is at 900.
It's like 1,000.
Oh my god.
It's something like that.
I think.
You know?
I don't know. It might be 900.
Insane.
So, Lake Mungo has really good cinematography, especially
Yeah,
for
it
a
does.
really low budget movie.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, yes.
So it said, yeah. Oh, it just when it said found footage, I was expecting it to look like Blair Witch. So I
Yeah.
was like shocked when I was like, this looks more like a Dateline episode than a Blair Witch
Yes.
in like a really good way.
Like,
Where I was
very
This
creative.
looks really nice.
And it scared me really bad. And like for a fucking
Yeah,
right. Also, you're talking about cinematography. The shot where it says they had to pull in reverse after they find Alice's body. They just had to drive home reverse.
Oh,
One,
yeah.
I like that because it's just like a small little like idiosyncrasy, to use the big words. Did I use that right? Idiosyncrasy.
It's okay. Hold on. Because they can the recording would still hear us. So I'm doing this. So we're having it saved, and then if I press this.
This will never get
But
done.
we didn't lose the recording.
It's
I
still
have
there.
the recording, so we're good. We have half an hour. So no matter how long we go, we got half an hour. We got 28 minutes of the content so far. It's gonna be the shortest podcast, and it's taking us the longest to actually fucking record. It's almost 4 hours.
I'll continue what I was saying.
We're supposed to start at 2:30. We have 20 minutes of content.
When it
My armrest.
Okay, they were driving backwards into town after they found Alice's body, right? And I like that because I just used a big
Yeah.
word. I said it's like an idiosyncrasy of just
What does that mean?
Yes.
like something abnormal, almost like a quirk or something of the night that they found Alice dead. Like that's just like a small thing that's like, oh, they had to do that, so that's what they remember is that small detail of driving backwards into town. But it's also like time, right? Because it was like they're driving backwards, and Alice, his ghost, was traveling backwards through time, confronting her. You know what I'm saying?
How am I hearing an echo from you? I'm so confused. I know what you're saying, but I'm like so confused at how we're sitting in the same room and I'm still hearing an echo.
Wait, I have a question for you.
What?
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Noah's tribe
Yeah.
called the humans echoes.
Yes.
Did you hear echoes sometimes?
No, I did not. I did not want to. I heard echo the entire time.
I mean, sometimes I was like, it'd be cool if
Every
they said
time
echo.
I was thinking Earth to echo. the
Yeah, me
entire
too.
time. Let's see. So Lake Mungo, I haven't said many of my thoughts. They had give me that. They this was a cool movie. They I noticed the neighbor in the background, and then the reason I mentioned Alison De Laurentiis is because they started doing like she has secrets, and she had
Laura Palmer, too.
Laura Palmer. Well, Alison De Laurentiis was basically Laura Palmer.
That's correct.
Yeah. But to a way bigger degree. She blackmailed everyone in the entire city.
The entire city?
Basically, in Mike's recap, everyone he talks about blackmailing, that she blackmailed, so many people. So I got those vibes. That didn't really go anywhere, but I noticed the neighbor in the but I was confused at first, so it didn't actually scare me. Because I thought it was like, oh, it's her ghost, and I thought the person that I saw was supposed to be the brother. Mm-hmm. But then they said the brother was the one in the jacket, so then it was like, oh, who was that? So then that was freaky, and then they explained that. I really like the backyard picture, where it's like, oh, where is it? And then it zooms in, but then it was like, she actually was there watching him do it, which was revealed in the credits. That was insane. And so, like, he didn't even need to doctor it. They just weren't looking in the right spot, which is just like now when they're like, when she's like, I was standing right here, no one could see me.
Exactly.
So the stuff for Mike Flanagan was very apparent. I really liked that a lot of it was just explaining, and then like there was some horror shots with the found footage of like the phone camera.
Scary.
Yes, scary. So, like, there was some of that, but I like that sometimes it was just scary because of what they were explaining.
Like the dad's monologue.
Yes. So that was pretty cool.
Thanks, Marco.
That's it?
I had a very dark thought when I was watching it. It was a prediction that I made. It was really dark, and I'm kind of glad the movie didn't go here. But the fact that like the neighbors were sleeping with her was already pretty dark. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, what is she burying out at Lake Mungo? And I thought that she had gotten pregnant and lost the baby.
I see.
And so I was like horrified. I was like, don't go dig it up. Oh my God, don't dig it up. And then when it was just like the phone and her stuff, I was like, oh, thank God. Oh,
that would have been
just that sense of dread. Oh,
I would probably bury my phone if I saw what she saw.
Yes. I would destroy it.
So then it's like, they were talking about like, did she know she was going to die? And so it's like, I was thinking about this later, was like, did she know she was going to die and drown? So did she allow herself to drown? Mm-hmm. Did she kill herself? Or was it actually an accident? Because she knew it was going to happen. So if I knew maybe she just thought she was going to die like that, but not drown like that. Or maybe she knew and was good with it happening. Like, I don't know.
I like all the things that are open to question, that you can be like that. Mm-hmm. Like, what did you... Yes.
Because, like, if you saw that and you
like
thought
the
it
way
was a potential drowning, I would just avoid water.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
What the fuck?
Sorry, no. I just, do you remember, well, this is dark because this is a true thing, but Natalie Wood's death, how they were talking about on BuzzFeed Unsolved, how she avoided water because she didn't want to drown.
Yeah. Oh.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just reminded me of that. Oh.
Matt, what were you saying?
I thought that, because the makeup was really good on the corpse. That was a horrifying looking corpse.
Yes.
That I don't know if I was confronted with like my own bloated corpse as like a ghost like that, I don't know if I'd be able to identify it as myself, because it happened pretty fast. I think she just thought, in my head, I thought she just thought that she was being haunted and that she has this overwhelming sense of dread and didn't realize that it was like, I don't know if it was her trying to warn herself or if she didn't even like have any control. Because like Nell in The Haunting of Hill House doesn't really have much control when she first becomes a ghost. But like kind of has a little control later. It's hard to tell.
Well, why do you think she would bury her phone if she just thought she was haunted? And bury all of her belongings.
That's a good point. I don't know. So yeah, that is a point in favor of her knowing that she was gonna die.
Yeah, I think. Well, to me, the reason she buried it was because she realized it was her. Because if it was just someone haunting, she would just show people. But I thought she realized it was her and was like, nobody can see this because what the fuck was that? And then she just buried everything.
I tell you what, that shot when I watched it the first time was absolutely terrifying to me because it just looked like this like flame at first to me. Like in the back, because I was like, "What is that?" And then it like started to morph into a person, and then it was her. I also didn't watch this in my own house. I watched this at somebody else's house, of course. And
God!
Still
alone, and I started seeing things in the shadows afterwards.
To be
of
here.
course, yes. I was dog sitting. I was house sitting, but afterwards I was seeing stuff in the shadows. I had to go outside.
Oh no!
Outside at
that
night.
was like me when I watched Insidious Chapter 2, and I came back and it was the scariest thing of all time.
Do you know what it reminded me of a little bit? Do you remember that scene in, I think it's like season 2 or 3 of Ghosts, where Mary is talking about her nightmare she always has of someone coming across the potato fields and then there's dirt in their mouth? It floats towards her the same way, where I was like, I don't like this. This is unsettling.
I really appreciate that they like used awful cameras to get those parts. Like it did not look digitally altered. It just looked like they used really shitty quality cameras, which is perfect because I guess not a pet peeve. Maybe. Well, okay. Let me download this.
So it's still
and
recording?
we will be right back on our 4th recording of this, but we'll get as far as we can. So what I was saying was that I guess a pet peeve of mine is like when new movies have like old footage, but it's just like obviously like a little filter over it. And I really liked that this one was like actually filmed with old cameras. As far as going with that,
yeah,
I was thinking
definitely.
of like, I think this one does it better than other ones. Like Malignant did pretty good in the beginning, but it's like still obviously like a new camera with a filter. Like they did it okay, but like this one's like it looks shitty, and I understand why you want to film
scary.
it. Well, yeah, because you would have to set everything else, and you have to find a way to get the recording off a fucking Nokia phone. Like that sucks. So I just appreciated that they did that because I thought it helped for sure. It made it feel more realistic in the documentary.
I was gonna say something.
I appreciated the structure because like by the time you learned that the brother who, do you guys know who David Dobrik is?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought he looked like him the whole time.
YouTuber, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Bad YouTuber?
Yes, I believe so. I don't know all the details, but I think so.
I think he's part of like the, oh, I'm so rich, I'm gonna live in a house with rich guys and do rich guy things.
That's the thing.
Ew.
Culture.
Yuck. Gross.
Yeah,
They
like
frat
house, like the hype house. You know,
Excuse me?
Have you seen the promo for that show? Like
Hype House?
yeah, hype house.
I know that show, Mark.
It's just influencers living in a house, and it's like a documentary on them. Matt knows what I'm talking about.
All right.
I know what you're talking
Netflix's
about.
Hype House.
Either way. I thought it was interesting that it was like not even halfway through the movie that it was like that twist where it was like, oh, he's been faking it. So I was like, oh. So it's like, oh, I hope they do a thing where it's like, but real stuff was happening anyway. And they did, but I could never have predicted like the stuff with the neighbor and all the other details. I was like, this movie's keeping me on my toes.
I agree. I also really like how they handled, like the actors did a really good job I think, of playing grieving family members, but time has passed. And the
Yeah.
point about the end is that they felt like they could move on a little bit. And, like, you could tell
Yeah.
that in the way they spoke. Like, it was little subtle things that I think they did really well.
I think so too, because that's the saddest part. They're like, wait, well, we think that she told us what she wanted to tell us and that she wants us to move on. It's like, I'm sure she does, but also she still feels lost and alone.
Right.
And the mom thinks that she moved on because when she went to the psychic, she did.
I know.
Oh my gosh!
When it cut, then it was showing Alice.
Alice.
God damn it. Alice being like, saying like she didn't see me. So, like, the mom thought they could move on because also she thought that her spirit had moved on, but it hadn't, and was just watching them leave
Yeah.
her. So sad.
That's some good stuff.
That's such a good, that's such a good ending shot, because it really does feel like they're like starting to wrap it up, and then you hear like the voiceover audio, and you're like, wait a minute, and then with the zooming in, where it's like, oh no,
The
really good
ending
stuff.
of the movie was real good and gave me goosebumps multiple times.
I got goosebumps right now. Also, just very impressive, Joel Anderson making this, because I think you could tell this was just like a passion project that he wanted to do. And it like cost very
totally.
little, and he just, I wonder how long it took him. It probably took a long time.
I like that it's named Lake Mungo because I assumed that it was the lake that she drowned in.
Yes.
And then it's like later they're talking about going to a dried up lake. called
Yes.
Lake Mungo. I was like, what the fuck? I thought
Yes.
it was just the lake that she was in.
Oh, do you guys want to hear what the first piece of trivia on IMDb for this movie is? That Jordan Peele said that this is one of the movies that scared him the most.
It scared me the most too. I am best friends with Jordan Peele.
You spit on my hand.
I love. It makes sense that like Mike Flanagan and Jordan Peele, two of like our favorite horror directors working now, love this movie.
Yes, it makes sense.
You know what's interesting? I was looking up the budget, and it was in Australian dollars, only 1.4 million. That's like nothing.
I know.
How much? Wait, did you already equate that? Like, did you already conversion that?
Ooh. Oh, then I gotta convert it, and then do you want me to do inflation calculator for 2008?
Yeah, inflation calculator, and then compare it to one episode of Bluey.
I bet the sign cost like 30 million.
Actually, after that, do Kangaroo Jack. Compared to that budget of Kangaroo Jack.
So right now, 1.4 million Australian dollars is about 937,000 US dollars.
With inflation?
But no, that was before inflation. So now if I plug that, I'm just trying to vamp so I have time to navigate to this. So it's about 937,000. In 2008, that'd be about 1.39 million in today's dollars.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
That is nuts. Now, how much what did
And then
Kangaroo Jack have?
Probably like 15,000 million. Isn't that like?
Let's see.
15
What
billion?
would you guys guess Kangaroo Jack's What do you think Kangaroo Jack's budget is?
100 million.
You're insane. 30 million.
I don't know. It's 100
Well,
million,
split
you
the
owe me
diff.
a
It's
Coke.
It's 60.
60 million.
It is 60
It's
or that's
60
your
million.
guess?
Okay, but now we gotta inflate that.
That's what it is.
Okay, but
Yeah.
if you inflate that, it's gonna be 100 million.
Okay.
Like I said.
I'm pretty sure this is a U.S. movie,
Yes.
but just filmed in Australia.
I know.
So
You just thought kangaroos.
what year?
No, it's in Australia. I knew it was. Because
Yeah.
It was Jerry O'Connell.
That was in 2003.
That's crazy.
What did we say? 60 million?
60 million.
60 million.
That's higher of a budget than Godzilla Minus One.
Wow.
Wow.
Let me check.
In today's dollars, it says try again. Oh, it has to be values less than $10 million. I don't know.
Alright, well, we could check Godzilla Minus One. 15 million. Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo Jack costs more than Godzilla Minus One.
By like a lot.
by like 4 times as much.
And like 2
Yeah.
decades ago. That's what happens when you pay your animators, and that's all they work on is good stuff.
Right.
When you budget correctly. Look at that destruction. I got it. I've been looking up almost.
Yeah, I
every
know.
single-
I've been wanting to watch that for.
They have not said anything about US streaming. It's streaming in Japan. And you can use NordVPN if you want. But it's going to come out not good quality, probably. So, sorry. I think it's on Amazon Prime in Japan or something like that.
I see.
Like Mungo. Do I have any other thoughts on like Mungo? It's a scary movie. It freaked me out because I had to go walk the dogs with
Yep.
Jenny right after.
Yep,
and
yep,
then
yep.
I was like looking at everything. I was like, Alice is here. I love that she was there so he didn't even have to indoctrinate it because it was like he just wasn't looking in the right spots, which is just like the ending where they just weren't looking for her or couldn't see her.
Yep.
And the lake part was scary. That face was scary. It was a good movie.
I'm glad you liked it. It's one of my favorite horror movies.
This podcast is going to be like 50
This-
minutes long, which is like an hour shorter. But at this point, we just need to end it.
It's already 4:12 p.m.
Probably. I think that the shot of her when the dad was it the dad who said that he thought he had a dream where she was standing over
Yes.
him
Yes.
at his bed.
Or-
that's
yes.
that's about the scariest thing I can imagine.
Yeah. Or I think it was the mom. It was over the mom's bed, but she had that dream
Oh, okay,
prior.
yeah.
She like knew
Right.
that was gonna have. She had premonition of that dream of that happening. But the dad was just him saying that he was in her room and she walked in dripping wet and just did her own thing. And then when
yes.
she noticed he was there, she just froze and then stared at him. Isn't that so scary?
I got chills.
Scary, yeah.
I just got chills when you said that.
And it's just him talking. It doesn't show it, which is what makes it scary to me. Because I think of it like because you just can imagine that.
Right? Good movie.
That was a good movie. Good pick, Luke.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry that your podcast
Good pick,
will be
Luke.
way shorter. Than
It's fine.
the rest. We've been trying to do this for 2 hours.
Yes, we have.
Are we on Matt's pick?
We're on Matt's pick.
Unless anybody has anything
yes.
else.
Okay.
It is a short movie.
It is a short
So,
movie.
There's not. I knew I wasn't going to have the most to say on this podcast anyway. And with our technical difficulties, are you kidding me?
Hour 27 is perfect length for a movie.
Oh, that's Hot Rod.
That is Hot Rod.
Okay, Matt, you ready?
Okay. You ready for my pick?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to think of something that I don't think Kelly would care about, and Katie actually helped me come up with this one. It's a movie that we all have seen, but I don't think in a little while.
Roly Poly and the Great Adventure of Fun.
Oh my god, that deserves a rewatch, Ace.
G-Force?
That movie was in heavy rotation. It's a movie from 1996.
1996.
1996, 1996, 1996, 1996.
Citizen Kane?
Citizen Kane, Matt? You're picking Citizen Kane?
You're crazy.
Yes. It's this little tiny low budget action movie starring Tom Cruise called Mission Impossible.
Ooh, the OG
I have not
Mission
seen-
Impossible.
Yeah, I haven't seen the original in probably like a decade.
Yeah, it's been a
And I
hot
figured
minute
Kelly
since
wouldn't care about missing Mission Impossible.
Missing Mission.
Okay, I like the pick. It's gonna make me rewatch all of them except for 2.
Yeah.
We can watch them
have
on
one-
1.5 speed. We gotta watch
Well,
them.
I didn't-
Yeah.
I didn't realize that like all of those movies have like very famous directors. Like all of them.
Yeah,
Because the first one is Brian De Palma.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh wow, I forgot about that.
Sounds like
Yeah,
same
the first
Brian
one is Brian De Palma.
With an accent. De Palma.
Are you happy with yourself?
Yeah,
That was a good one. That was pretty good. Second one is John Woo. Third one is J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Oh, and-
Fourth one is Brad Bird. And fifth,
Correct.
sixth, seventh. Is this Christopher McQuarrie? He did
Yes,
the fifth
they're
one
all
too?
cr-
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
He started with Rogue Nation.
Yeah. So pretty crazy.
I like it.
That's a good pick. I haven't seen Mission Impossible 1 since I was probably 15, maybe even 14.
What's the runtime on it?
An hour 56.
It's like an hour. Okay, I think it's like an hour 47. It's not as long as you would expect.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, this is a good because it's gonna be
hour.
Yeah.
It's an hour 50.
Oh, okay.
I think it'll be cool because it's like an action movie that was ahead of its time when it came out. I think, like
Now
for nowadays,
too.
but it caused a franchise that is currently doing action that's
Better than
ahead of its
yeah, the only John Wick and Mission Impossible can like live up to.
right.
Well, in a different way. They do
Yes.
different.
Do you know?
Yes.
You know what's insane is that they're still making these movies, and the first one came out the year I was born.
That's crazy.
And
You were
I'm
as old as Tom
I'm
Cruise.
bald. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
So, when did the third one come out? 2006?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Because I was gonna say it almost seemed like a trilogy.
Yeah, I think it's
And then,
2006. I think it's 2006.
And then 2011, right?
Because I think J.J. Abrams kind of left Lost to do Mission Impossible 3.
I heard about that in Mike's Mites.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, 2006.
Okay, and then 2011. So it seems like it was supposed to be like trilogy.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that they're still making it, but it really was like a revamp with Ghost Protocol,
Yes.
which is crazy because out of the newer ones, that's like it just got better from there.
Yeah.
I would say Dead Reckoning I don't like as much as Fallout, possibly Rogue Nation,
I agree.
and I don't know where it stands with.
I agree.
Wait, this is for next week conversation.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Looks like we're gonna have to do a marathon Mission Impossible.
Oh man, you want to watch all the Mission
Hey.
Impossibles one day?
I don't know if we could do that actually.
Seven?
Yeah.
Oh, not-
2.5 hours.
You have to watch 2 on like 3.5 speed.
Well, yeah,
Of course.
we don't really need to watch 2. Ooh, we can plan out where we take a nap during 2.
Like how we were gonna plan out Star Wars. So we weren't gonna watch all the movies. We just
No,
wanted
it's
them
on.
the TV.
It's on. It works. Okay, that's a good pick, Matt. I'm excited.
Thank
We're
you.
still planning on Thursday, yes?
Yeah.
As of now, yes.
So do I have to pick the next one, and is that going to be with Kelly or
Oh.
without Kelly?
She said that she'll be here for the one after.
After,
So
so-
she was gonna send her
Okay.
pick to us for next week when we do it because then we'll watch it.
Okay, yes. Because, yes.
'Cause I think it's
we just
okay,
picked, so
okay.
then we would have her. I think I was up next to do the one. That's why I went first. Was I was up next
Yes.
to do the one with, like, all of us. So then we'll do Kelly's, and then the rotation's just going to change, I think. No, it was always Kelly and then me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we're good. Never mind. I'll shut up.
Cool.
Okay, cool. I'm going to end the recording.
That was Lake Mungo. We finally did it.
Under an hour.
Like
probably.
Mungo.
15, 38. Wait, 30.
I
No,
guess
28
it's like
plus
an hour
8.
10.
36 plus 15. No, it's only 36 plus 15.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.